You're watching the Wow Lifestyle Show. We're looking at the right way to lose weight today, and we have our principal dietitian, Mr. Wise Lecture, and he's going to help us to understand why we should lose weight and the right way to go about it. We also have Mrs. Antoinette Nelson. She has experience in losing weight, so she's going to share with us her journey and how successful she has been. We'll be right back. Don't go anywhere.
Memory, coordination, confidence. You put more into your baby's development than you think. And now, you can put more into every mealtime. Cerelac combines iron, vitamin C, and probiotics to support physical and mental development. Nestle's Cerelac, now with Iron Plus. Big nutrition for small tummies.
You know, a lot of people are trying to lose weight these days, and they are subscribing to so many things. Some are doing keto diets, some are doing concoctions, you know, some are going to do exercises, yet they come back and they eat their rice balls, their bankus, their kinkis, and all that. Why is there a need to lose weight in the first place?
Yeah, the excess fat, which makes somebody overweight or obese, is disease. So having that status or being overweight or obese in itself is a disease, just like we have headache, we have malaria and others. You know? And the problem with weight is the reason why people are losing is because of the same way that we seek to be well when we are not, we are sick. You see? So that's why people will have to lose weight. For every height, there's a weight that should go with it for you to be well. And if you have more or excess weight, it predisposes you to a lot of other medical conditions. People become diabetic, hypertensive, they develop stroke, they have heart attacks, and a lot of other things. People are infertile because they are having excess weight. So those are some of the push factors, the reasons why people really want to lose weight. But how they do it, that is the problem. Like you
we'll come to that.
Identify.
Yeah, but are you sure people are conscious of the fact that overweight or obesity in particular is a disease, and that's the more reason why they work on it, or they do that for just the shape?
It's a mixture of reasons. A lot of people know that they are not well. You know, when you have fat, sometimes even walking is a problem. They have sores between their thighs and all that. They get tired easily upon just a little exertion. So a lot of people know that they have to lose their weight because of the problems that they have. And also especially those who have one or two of the other lifestyle conditions. We make, especially those who come to the hospital and they see us, we make them know that losing weight plays a vital role, because it's been proven that losing up to 5% of your body weight can help even lower your blood pressure and even normalize blood sugar levels, you see. And then the aesthetic value is also there, the social reasons why. There are social reasons why people lose weight. People want to stay slim or fit just so that their marriages will work well.
So the men give pressure.
Of course, husbands are pushing their wives to go back to their 16-year-old.
I hope they work on theirs as well.
And then wives also
push husbands
to lose their pot belly.
All right, so it's mutual.
You see, so there are other reasons apart from the health, how I look like, how acceptable I am in society, and all that. And when people see you and they are like, is that you? They know you to have a certain figure, and all of a sudden, after a few years, you've become obolo. That even psychologically affects people, the way people talk about them.
Will you say there is a stigma there?
Of course, the stigmatization of obese people is a big issue right from childhood. The way we used to call our fat classmates obolo and all that, it starts right from there. And then even at the workplace, in the trotro, for example, if I sit in the trotro and you are very fat and you should be you should have paid for 2 seats and you want to fight, your 1 seat is not enough for you.
And you still want somebody to push further.
You want to push further so that you fit in. it will worry me,
Yeah,
and I
that's
can
true.
make you feel bad,
That's
even
true.
in the trust key. You see?
That's true. Antoinette, I see you nodding a lot. Why did you want to lose weight?
Apparently, it's not that I wanted to lose weight.
Okay.
I was not seeing myself as I'm sick, though. It's something which every year I do at our hospital. I went
Okay.
for a checkup. And then I realized one of them, I had cholesterol.
Okay.
Yes. And then I have to see the dietitian.
Okay.
So happened to see Mr. Wise.
Okay. So it wasn't necessarily about weight loss. Is that the case?
Yes, for me, that's what I knew about.
But has there been a change in your weight?
Oh yes, when I
Okay.
went to see him, I realized that I have to lose weight.
Okay, so he helped
because
you.
the cholesterol is part of fats.
Right.
Yeah, I have to
Right.
lose weight.
Okay. So how did you feel about your weight before? He's talked about the stigma and all the other
yeah,
social issues
yeah.
that go along with weight
Yeah.
loss. Even though that was not the main reason why you went to see him, did you experience any of such things?
Yes, because when you look at me, I'm not too tall. So when they check my weight and my height, it looks like I'm at obese, which the name itself, it's not fair.
And it's a disease.
Yes, it's a disease. So after seeing him, and then he introduced me to all sorts of things that I have to do.
Okay.
And I realized that it is a very great thing to do.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And you were very committed to it?
oh yes, yes.
Why?
It's
Can you
very-
testify to that? So was it a challenge going through the process with him? Because I realized from experience that a lot of people, they want to lose weight, they want to reduce their cholesterol, but the discipline and the commitment to do it, they do it for a number of days and they give up and go back.
Yeah, for me, when I encounter you or meet you for the first time, I explain to you that the power lies in you.
In your hands, yeah.
For us as practitioners, we can go and learn all the nice things, have the best information. We give them to you, but you have to practice it. You see, I can say that Antoinette was very obedient. You know,
Okay.
you don't need to follow our advice 100% to even see all the results you want.
Okay.
But she did very well.
Okay.
She can
Good
score
to
more
know.
than 80%.
Wow,
You know?
wow, well
She
done.
did very well.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Well done.
Yeah, you know, that is the reason why people want shortcuts. They want to treat the weight as the way we treat, like the way we treat headaches. When you have headache, you take paracetamol, the pain is gone and it's gone for good. But weight is not like that, you see. For our sessions, we have follow-ups. We set realistic targets. For 1 month, you need to lose 1 or 2. She was not even able to lose. We look at why she didn't lose those targets.
Even
So
if it's
not
a
like-
point, I don't think we should be discouraged.
Yes, yes. And one thing that we all need to be aware of is that in weight management, you shouldn't think that the body has stopped growing. You have the tendency to put on, even though you've seen a dietitian, you have a plan that you are following. Any human venture, you can't expect to get it right from the onset. So with Antoinette, we've had plans to monitor and evaluate her progress. And we set very realistic goals. If they were not met, it was not a problem. We just looked at where the
She fell
gaps
short.
were, where the problems, the reasons why she would not have met those goals. And that's how I do it with all my clients.
Okay.
And then we bridge the gap. She picks up from there. And then it's been good. One thing we should all realize or know about weight management is that the moment you decide to lose weight doesn't mean you can never gain weight. Because anytime you eat, the function of the food is to make you build your tissues and grow. So anytime you are eating, you will likely put on weight. So anytime you are on a journey to lose weight and you even put on 1 kilo or 2 at a point, it should never discourage you.
Right.
And if you go back to your practitioner, see your dietitian or your doctor, and the weight hasn't reduced, but it's still around where you left it maybe a month ago, it's a major achievement as well.
Okay.
It's not always about going down, but
Right.
ultimately, with time, you should reduce in weight.
We should
Yeah.
reduce in weight. Thank you for that. What are some of the causes of weight gain?
Overeating is one of the primary causes of weight gain. we have different body types, different people. People react. In saying that, I mean that people react to food differently, or they use food differently. There are certain
so
people.
as you're sitting down skinny like that, it's possible you can eat a big bowl of fufu.
Yes.
And
so
you stay the same, and I might eat just a fist and I'll gain more weight than you would.
Thank you and myself, our body types, I want to believe is such
Probably
that
similar.
we don't gain easily. In a year, people like us, we can gain only 1 kilo. But then there are people that even within a week or two, they eat a little extra food and then it's showing on their body.
Okay.
You see?
Is it because of something they're not doing right, or genetically they're predisposed?
The genetic makeup should be considered first,
Okay.
and then other aspects of lifestyle,
Okay.
what you are eating and what you are drinking.
Okay.
So if you are supposed to, you need 1 bowl of kenke to survive, or like for your cells and organs to function well, for you to reason well and be useful at work and all that, and you are eating 2, the extra bowl will go into making you put on that extra weight, you see. So eating too much food can be blamed for a lot of people's extra weight.
Okay.
And then also inactivity.
Okay.
Okay, before I talk about inactivity, taking 2-minute drinks or too much drinks can also be blamed.
Okay.
So anything that gives you more energy than you need.
Yes.
And then if you don't exercise, if your work entails a lot of sitting, you sit from morning to 5, you can easily gain weight because of that, you see. So lack of exercise and then eating too much or more than the body needs, then you can have too much weight building up in your yeah.
All right, Antoinette, how effective has this journey been?
Very effective. Not visiting him and then hearing of dietitian, I was like, these people, they'll stop you from eating
So many,
things.
your yummy foods.
Can you imagine? So I didn't want to.
What made you go?
Because of the word obesity and then the cholesterol. And then I said I have to go. But surprisingly, the food that he will tell you to eat is very, very nutritious. And it is easy to prepare. Actually, he himself will even teach you how to prepare the food.
Okay.
And then what he said most amazed me was the meat type. He said I can eat all meat, just that I should just scrape the fat out of it.
You process
so it is very, very simple. Very, very simple.
We are happy to hear that. So this is a success story. Yeah. So, were you starving at some point? Were you getting hungry?
Because even when I was not even on diet, I was not even eating at a particular time.
Okay.
And then they have a particular time you have to eat.
Okay.
And you'll not even feel hungry.
Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Glad you made mention of the fact that he didn't restrict your diet so much. It was a gradual process.
Definitely.
I think for everyone trying to lose weight, we must take our time. If you rush to lose 10 kilos a month, it's unrealistic and it's not sustainable.
Yes.
So they must try to look for something that is sustainable, so that, I mean, it should be part of your diet. You know, when you tell people to see a dietitian, they are thinking that, oh, you're going to subscribe to a new diet altogether. So it's about what they are already on and how we can modify it or make it better for them. Thanks for the great job.
You're welcome.
We are going for a quick commercial break. When we come back, we'll continue.
Introducing Cerelac Biscuity, the new baby cereal from Cerelac, with a great new biscuity taste that babies absolutely love. And of course, it's fortified with iron to support babies' healthy growth, just like all the other nutritious Cerelac flavors. Cerelac, big nutrition for small tummies.
Nutrition Care Consult is a health and wellness organization that seeks to provide optimum health through good nutrition. With nutrition and health advocacy, we collaborate with corporate organizations, with churches, with schools, with various groups, and we provide them with pragmatic lifestyle information that enables them to make healthy lifestyle choices. We have a team of experts, nutritionists, dietitians, medical practitioners that assist our clients manage diet-related diseases. Comfort Legacy Foundation is currently our last baby. It's a non-governmental organization that seeks to support malnourished children. So if you wish to support, please contact us on our Facebook handle. It's Comfort Legacy Foundation. You can also call on 055 930 4594.
Supporting Optimum Nutrition Care Consult means contributing to a healthy individual, families, communities, and country. We are especially excited about the Wow Lifestyle Show. It is our first beat, and we entreat you all to rally behind us. Remember, it's your lifestyle, my lifestyle, our lifestyle.
So Wise, from your perspective, what are some of the challenges that we have in trying to help people manage their weight?
It's the busy nature of life these days, the hassle of life. That is a major challenge because people get up, first thing they want to do is to beat traffic and go to the office. The next moment they are returning very late.
So you tell them to eat at 9. Let's say take a particular breakfast at 9.
Yeah, I even advise breakfast before 8. And nowadays I'm getting people to eat their breakfast before they leave home, like suggesting to them, and a lot of people are doing that.
And if they have to leave home around 5 a.m., some people cannot eat that early.
So those are the challenges, but they can be overcome. People have to now learn how to
pack their food.
Yes, manage, package their food. Sometimes when they are in traffic jam, they can have their breakfast, which is already packed. We have the bread toasted into small pieces that you can just eat and then sip your beverage. That is, to me, because one of the successful ways to lose weight is if you have regular meal patterns, and that helps your metabolism. It's people who eat fewer number of times end up metabolizing food slowly. Okay,
can you explain to our viewers, because most of them tend to skip diets and they claim they are trying to lose weight.
You see, so if it's just like the way if you don't have a lot of resources, you manage the little that you have. So if the body doesn't get food well, the little that comes must be managed for the rest of your life. That's how the body thinks. So you eat one bowl of kenke and you are going to live 24 hours. The body should be able to survive on that. So how does it survive? It will be using it slowly, but then after the kenke is broken down, it cannot be kept as kenke. It must be stored in a form that the body can always go back to. You see, so the starch from the kenke will be stored as fat, and that is what gives you the weight. Because when it becomes critical, the fat in the body can be converted into sugar, back into sugar to be utilized, you see. So those who eat fewer number of times have their body going back for its own fat, stored fat, to convert into sugar for the brain to be able to function, you see. The more that goes on, the more you tell your body that store whatever I'm giving to you or whatever I put in you. And by all means you eat. Even if you skip, you have the next meal, maybe instead of eating some 6 hours after the previous meal, you'll be eating some 10 hours or 8 hours after. By then, your body would have already converted a lot of what you ate earlier into fat, knowing that you delay whatever you'll be eating next, you see. So that lifestyle is not good at all. So if skipping meals is not a good way to. Some people also think that when they skip at the next meal, they have to eat for what they skipped. And that is overeating, because the body will use whatever you give to it on its own merit. So the quantity that is there, that is what it will utilize. And if it's not going to use all to help you move your legs or blink your eyes or do anything, the rest will be stored as fat. And that's why when I want to advise you on how to eat fruits, I will not advise you to eat a whole lot at a go. Even though fruits are good, they have vitamins, they have fiber, they have all the nice things. If you want to eat banana, for example, and you have your weight in mind, I'll advise you, if it's 6 fingers of banana, I'll advise you to eat it 2 at a time. 2 now, maybe 2 in the afternoon, 2 in the evening, rather than eating all the 6. Because when all the 6, the sugar from the 6 fingers of banana enter you, the body will use a little, store most of it for future use. So whereas you can rather wait and eat it in the future so that the body will utilize it, instead of asking the body to store some of it. And that's when weight becomes a problem. And then so when people get back late in the night, they must eat. You know, when you even drive in traffic or sit in a trotro, you get home, you are very hungry. If you don't eat, you can't sleep. So they eat their fufu, they eat their rice, they eat their kenke, they boil their yam and all that, and eat in the night. The fact that it is night makes the body not to use food as quickly as it would have done during the day. You see, so when you continue like that, the food will be broken down and assimilated and then stored. Then you are storing it to look big, you see, instead of storing it for use.
Okay. So these are some of the challenges that prevents people from achieving their goals or targets when it comes to losing weight.
Yes, I can also add that a lot of people are just lazy. They are not committed to achieving what they want to achieve. Nothing comes easy.
They want shortcuts.
Exactly.
They want concoctions. Tell me to drink this concoction for 3 days and I'll lose 2 kilos.
And some of the things that they buy to drink, they believe that when they drink those items, the items will go and melt the fat in their system and then they will lose the fat. It doesn't follow any proper scientific way of reasoning, you see.
And for how long will they keep taking those things? Because if you don't change your lifestyle, then you keep taking this,
the fat will come back. So you have to keep drinking whatever you choose.
Right.
So for weight loss, you must tackle the roots, which is what we've mentioned already.
Right.
The kind of food you eat, and then how the body uses that food. So if you choose the food right, then you don't even allow the body to build itself up in the first place. And then you exercise to burn the existing weight. Now, when we give you diet plans or advice, you follow critically. One thing I observe is that the mere following of the diet alone doesn't make you lose weight. What it does is that it stabilizes the body and prevents you from adding unnecessary weight. So if you are weighing, say, 85, and you go on a diet plan that I will give you, after 1 month, when I weigh you, you can still be around 85, or probably just come down to 84.7, or maybe increase to 85.3. It will just be hovering around the same point until you add exercise. So getting on a healthy diet will stabilize the body, and then moving the body itself will help you burn the fat that is in the system. The body has been made to walk, to move. And now, the shortest distance you want to cover, instead of walking, people join vehicles. In the offices, where there are lifts, people will prefer using the lift to even go to the first floor instead of just walking up the stairs. Meanwhile, we are supposed to walk. About 30% of the energy that we get from food, or the strength we get from food, is supposed to power our walking, movement of the body. So if you live luxuriously, you want comfort in every aspect of movement, then that amount of energy will just be in the system, and the body cannot just keep it like that. It will convert it to fat. So that's one of the reasons why we put on weight, and we must walking. Sometimes I have people who have mobility challenges, either they are suffering from arthritis, or they've had amputations done, or they've suffered stroke, and they can't move as usual. You can't ask such a person or a person like that to go for jogging. No. They can just walk slowly. If the joint is paining, you can't run.
Okay.
Such people still walk as if they are not doing anything, and they still lose some weight. You see. So the exercise part is also very important.
Very important. So it's about diet and
knowing
lifestyle,
what to eat.
Physical activity.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. So, Antoinette, what do you have to say to our viewers, especially for those who have been trying to lose weight?
Yeah. It's a discipline and a commitment.
Okay.
Yeah. But when you visit the dietitians, what they would tell you to do, I don't think is so much for us to not able to do it. So we should try as much as possible. And then when you lose weight, in fact, you are light, you feel very good, and you feel younger.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you have to be able to do it.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you for that word of encouragement. You know, I saw a poster somewhere, no pills, no diet. I want you to give us your final words, but I don't know whether you like to comment on that.
Yeah, no pills,
No
no
diet.
Yeah.
So it's a way of losing weight,
Yeah.
probably in around the visceral area.
Okay. Yeah, I'm sure it's one of the shortcuts. I mean, if it works for somebody, we can't say they shouldn't do there, but then they shouldn't go there. But then what we know is that weight is a lifelong challenge. So whatever means you choose to get rid of it should be something that you can continue doing. Always look into the future. We structure things in a way that it becomes a way of life. Like I'm sure your show wants to.
We want to have
address.
a wow lifestyle that will lead us to good health.
A way of life. So I don't use pills when I'm putting people on diet to lose weight.
Okay.
We have minimal use of external products. What we use is our kenke, banku, fufu, yam, and all that. Natural
soups,
food,
our
our
veggies.
soups, okra soup, palm nut soup, how to arrange or eat all these things.
I'm sure those watching will be encouraged by
Yeah.
the great job that you have done with Antoinette. Before we sign off, you have a couple of books here, Eating to Prevent and Manage Lifestyle Diseases and Answers for Our Diet. Would you like to say something about these books?
So those are my books. If anyone is interested, I'll just show them how to get it. You can either call or text, WhatsApp.
Viewers, this has been the Wow Lifestyle Show. This is proudly brought to you by Optimum Nutrition Care Consult. We are supported by Comfort Legacy Foundation, Paloma Hotel, Close Up, Deep Action for Strong and White Teeth, Live Boy, protects you against 10 infection-causing germs, Vaseline, Dry Skin Restored, Rexona, it won't let you down.